Hey, so earlier this week, Steven Espinoza said that, he only sees one network for a potential Gervonta Davis-Ryan Garcia fight. Considering the history of both sides, how realistic do you think a fight is, considering the business has to make sense as well?
It's very realistic. I like Steven Espinoza. He used to work for Golden Boy. So, we've known him for a long time. He's anything could happen. I mean, I hope everybody here writes about it, do the fight, but there's no way we're going to just do it without DAZN involvement. I mean, DAZN's been with us. DAZN helped us build Ryan. How would it be if, you just take him away and, to do an exclusive with Showtime? I mean, Showtime has done split broadcasts, so there's absolutely no reason why, they shouldn't do it this time. It doesn't make sense, and it's not going to happen. It's going to happen with DAZN involved.
Absolutely. And just in regard to one of your other fighters, it was reported today that Seniesa Estrada is no longer with Golden Boy. What essentially led to that split, and what did you try to actually make it? What steps did you guys try to make and actually make it happen?
Seniesa is a great fighter. She proved herself. She's been with Golden Boy a long time. We gave her a platform. We built her up. Golden Boy provided her with, the blueprint like we always do with the fighters that we bring up. And then what happens is, at the end of the day, I don't know if it's numbers or whatever, it's, we can do so much. As a promoter, a lot of times they look at us as the, why can't we do more or whatever. There's a great deal of money that's involved that we do to put these shows on. And, it's, you build these people up, fighters up from a 4-round to a 6-round to a 10-round to a championship. And so I can't comment on the details of it. I know there's some stuff that's still fluid. We wish Seniesa the best. She's a wonderful person. I'm sure she'll do good wherever she goes, but, there's not too much more I can say about Seniesa, though. I wish her luck.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Robert.
Okay.
I believe Ryan is almost here. Give him about 5 more minutes to get ready to come out and talk to you.
Thanks, everybody. Greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Well, we heard it right there. That guy is the COO, Chief Operating Officer for Golden Boy Promotions. And he acknowledged that his job is, the networks, venues, and, that sort of thing. And he acknowledged Steven Espinoza's comments about basically if the fight happens, somewhere along the lines that, Steven Espinoza was pretty much saying it has to only be on Showtime, to where this guy comes on and he says that, well, DAZN has built up Ryan Garcia and yada, yada, yada. Showtime has done joint ventures and broadcasts with other networks. DAZN is no different. So basically he's saying, that DAZN is going to have to be involved in some type of way. And Steven Espinoza, the head of Showtime Sports, is saying that, it's no need for them to be involved. And even acknowledging that Ryan Garcia is not signed to DAZN, but to Golden Boy. So if I'm being honest, that kind of deflated me thinking that the fight's going to happen. But who knows? Oscar De La Hoya saying he's going to force, to make the fight happen earlier this week. Even kind of, said that Al Heyman was stopping the fights. Ryan Garcia is saying that the fight has to happen at 140. He has no business telling Tank Davis when the fight's going to happen. So there is some stumbling blocks there for the fight to happen. But if it's safe to say, the fight's going to happen, unfortunately, and it's, no matter whose side is wrong or right, unfortunately, how boxing works is it's likely going to have to happen. It's going to have to happen on Showtime. Come on, guys. So we're waiting for Ryan Garcia to show up. I apologize for burping right there. My bad. I just ate a piece of chicken. We're waiting for Ryan Garcia to show up. If you don't know, Ryan Garcia got a 6-round stoppage against Garcia Fortuna after dropping him 3 times. Let's turn it up and hear what Ryan Garcia has to say. This is live real time. Thanks for watching.
Keith, please ask your question.
Ryan, over here. The other way. The other way. Over here. How you doing? I'm Keith Eidig from BoxingScene.com. Congratulations on your win. You mentioned in the ring that you're done entirely with 135 pounds. Do you think that Do you think that Tank will want to fight? I know he's fought at 140 once. Do you think that's a potential obstacle toward making the fight if you have to have it at 140?
No, I think he'll be more comfortable at 140. He's had problems making weight in the past, so any jump in weight, it probably will help him, if anything.
Thanks.
Manuk?
Ryan over here. You mentioned that you're going to be transparent in the negotiations of this fight several times leading up to this promotion. Your purse was reported as $2 million for this fight. What is the number you're looking for as far as cracking that nut to fight Davis?
I'm not looking for a number in particular. I'm sure it will be a lot of money. I'm just looking to make the fight happen.
He said, see you guys at the end of the year, kind of a cryptic tweet right after the fight. Do you think he's warming up to the idea just as much, kind of like Spence and Crawford did, kind of you guys finally realizing this is the fight to make?
I just can't believe, I just don't like that he just doesn't make things clear. You know, if he says see you in December, make things a little bit clear. Ryan, let's get it on. I mean, I feel like I'm very transparent in the way I talk. I call him out not because I'm thirsty. I call him out because that's generally what I want to do. So we'll figure it out with the teams and we'll make it happen. I want to do this for the people, and I know everybody wants this fight to happen. So I'll be putting my whole heart to try to make this fight.
Joseph Hammond, Round by Round Boxing. Congratulations on your big win tonight. If the Tank fight can't be made next because of the politics of boxing, would you say at 140 there may be some titles that open up with Josh Taylor moving up? What would be the next best thing for you if the Tank fight doesn't have a next because of politics, not because of your best efforts?
So you said hypothetically, if that fight for some reason doesn't happen, which I don't see that happening, but if it doesn't happen, then I want to fight Teofimo Lopez at 140.
Okay. Miguel?
Hey, Ryan, first of all, man, congrats on the victory. How satisfying was this victory? You predicted that you would get the knockout. We thought he would give you a run for your money. And what are you going to do on your end to make the fights with either Teofimo or Tank?
I mean, do things how you're supposed to do them. Just contact with your team, make sure that they let them know that we want to fight, and then they send an offer or we send an offer, and then we figure it out. I can't really I can't really explain it perfectly because that's something that Lupe or Golden Boy would have to try to work out.
Hey,
what are you doing, man? Why are you wearing denim?
Listen, welcome.
Why are you wearing denim? I'm just kidding. He always wears denim every day.
Hey, Ryan, congratulations on your win tonight. You're emphatic about wanting Tank, about wanting to get Tank in the ring. What is it about Tank Davis that you feel you can take advantage of when you guys meet, when you guys do meet in the ring, whether it's the end of this year or early next year?
I think it's not so much about Tank. It's just about the people. The people want me to fight Tank. It's not so much. It could have been Devin Haney if the people wanted Devin Haney, you know. These people stayed out, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, an hour after my fight, and they're screaming, "We want Tank." I told everybody, I walk around any place. Doesn't matter if it's Texas, doesn't matter if it's New York, doesn't matter if I'm in a different country. They just say, "We want Tank." So I'm going to give the people what they want, or I'm going to try to. And what can I take advantage of him? I mean, I know that I have more speed than him. I know that I'm taller, and I know that I'm bigger. But we'll have to see when we get in there. It doesn't really matter about how he fought or how I fought this fight. I've learned that once you get in there, the fight starts unfolding for itself. And I'll figure it out when I'm in there. Of course. I have history with Devin Haney. I know what could get him. I know that he's a good fighter, too. All these guys are great fighters. I just feel like I have something in me that can elevate me, surpass them, because I honestly feel like
Who you are.
it's just who I am. Yeah, it's just who I am. I'm different in a way, you know, and I will beat these guys. I will do everything in my power to beat them and still show love to them. I just know I could beat them competitively. I know I could beat them.
Hey Ryan, Frank Michael Smith here from Juice Productions. Congrats on the W tonight. There's no doubt you have been transparent. In addition to being an excellent boxer and a great knockout tonight, you're an excellent content creator. If you had to title the knockout tonight on your social media, what would you put?
I got that knockout in Dior.
Let's
wearing
go.
all Dior. Got that W in Dior.
That snakeskin.
I dropped them. I dropped them in drip. I dropped them in that Dior drip. I'm probably gonna caption that tomorrow.
You got options.
I do. Many options. I'm gonna have to go in the lab and think about what's the best way to put it.
Stay tuned.
I'm posting tomorrow. It's too late now. It's gotta be strategy, man.
Yeah. Ryan, the moment that you step on the ring, you were completely focused. You knew what were you doing. You just attack and you were focused. And as soon as you end up the fight, you had a message, which was about the mental health and everything. But you knew exactly what were you doing on the ring tonight. The moment that you stepped, you were like that tiger that you said.
Lion.
The lion. I'm sorry. The lion that you said you were. What were you thinking tonight? Because you were like that fighter tonight.
You know, I've been trying to walk in truth for these past 2 months. Going through my mental health issues really taught me to not rely on my feelings, to rely on the truth. So this whole time I just really was walking in faith, walking in truth, you know, not trusting my feelings, trusting how great I am as a fighter, and I believed it. And I just kept on telling myself, you know, in the ring, what's the best option here? You know, what can I hit him with? You know, what is he doing? And then I kept, you know, kind of, having that in my mind the whole time. But it's a testimony to people that are going through something that, you know, these things that happen to you sometimes where you quite don't understand, they're really your spirit telling you, you know, something's going on. And it really shows you who you really are. And internally, what you may need to work on, you know. And something outside your life or inside yourself is causing you to feel these ways. And, you know, God showed me definitely the truth in everything. And now I just walk in that. I trust the truth. And I thank God for all the wisdom and strength he gives me. And I walk in that in everything I do now. And I feel stronger as a person.
Mohammed Mubarak with the Electronic Urban Report. Congratulations on a great performance tonight. Is there anything that you think that you could have done more to make it even a greater fight?
I don't know. I don't think there was anything. I think the one thing I fixed was not rushing in, even when I had him hurt. And that's something I've been working on. It's something that I've been trusting. I'm going to get him later on. You know, he's getting broken down. I can see it in his face. But you get, again, a hurt fighter is like a what do you call like a hurt animal in the wild. They're going to strike the hardest when they're hurt. So I kept on paying attention to that. A wounded animal is coming to, you know, they have to fend for their life. So I noticed every time I stepped to him when I thought he was hurt, he'd shoot a big overhand. Like he tried to hit me with Luke Campbell's shot every time. I mean, it's like, try something new. Yeah, I just kept my hand up. But that was the thing. I felt like I did everything that I wanted to come in. And I told everybody, if I could show my skills and get a knockout and show the fighter I truly am, I will be happy. And I'm super happy.
For sure.
Nah, not you.
Not you.
Steve Gutierrez, KO Artist Sports. Congratulations, man. Great performance. I see on your hand, one of your knuckles maybe a little kind of skin coming off. The other one looks a little.
No, I put liquid Band-Aid on it because I had little cuts from training.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, is hands fine? Everything's good?
Yeah, everything's great.
Did you hurt your hands just Because you landed a lot of shots on him.
Nah, man, sparring, man. I'm telling you, I was piecing people up, but my hands never had problems. My hands were great the whole fight. Everything was sharp. Like I didn't feel forced on anything. I just felt in tune. You know, I was on top of everything he did. Any move he made, I had an answer for it, and that's how I fight. I have really good reflexes, and I fought exactly how I know I could fight. To me, it was a beautiful performance. I can't tell the difference yet. You know, to me, 5 pounds is not that much. I still had to cut weight, and I hated every second of it. So it didn't matter if it was 140 or 135.
Okay, thank you, Stephen. Next, we have Francisco.
Ryan, congratulations. Francisco Salazar, Rain TV and Boxing Scene. You want the fight against Tank Davis. We saw where with Munguia and Charlo that didn't happen. But how confident, 1 to 10, that you feel that will happen? That will happen later this year against Tank Davis.
No, I'm just going to leave it up to my team to figure that part out. Where there's a will, there's a way. And I'm just going to be out here to try to give the people what they want. And my team will figure that out. I don't know. He has to do it. But I know that Lupe has a great relationship with Al Heyman and everybody. So, you know, we'll figure it out.
Okay, this is the last question.
Let's
Jack
stay positive
Zimmerman.
about that. We'll figure it out. That's what the people want. We'll figure out a way to do it.
Hey, Ryan, Jeff Zimmerman, FightNews.com. Time to come back to Texas, man.
Oh, yeah, man. I love Texas. I want to move over there.
I know.
Texas loves Ryan, too.
Yeah, I love Texas.
Hey, this was your second. I know you had a relationship with Joe in the past, but this was your second fight with him. How much better did you feel coming into this fight with Joe? And do you know, are you working on new things in camp and, you know, just overall?
I think we had a better structure in LA. I think that we trained better this time around. We were more focused. Everything was done with purpose. We worked together perfectly, and we figured the little things out, like the rapping. And we had little things that were like kind of like we had to still figure out. I mean, you can't figure out anything in like what did we have last time?
Can I say something?
Yeah, you can say anything you want.
Hello? It's working. Look, when you train Ryan, you don't train Ryan. You train with Ryan because Ryan has the mentality of a coach. He's as smart as a coach. He sometimes says things and figures things out that I've never heard a fighter figure out before. So when you say Ryan and Joe, look, I got to tell you, Ryan stands alone in my life training guys, and I've done it over the decades. You guys know that. He stands alone as one of the most unique individuals I've ever coached or coached with. Because he is a coach as well as a great fighter and a great talent, a great personality. He's a wonderful young man. He's years beyond his age in thinking. His father and mother did a great job with him. I love Ryan. He's a loving person. And I think those things have to be said about him because, you know, you could easily overlook stuff like that, but I don't. He's a unique individual like nobody I've ever met in this game. And so I want to give him a lot of the credit. So when people say, oh, coaching with Joe, I go, not really. Ryan is kind of like, he's a co-coach, you know?
The thing I love about Joe is if I ever was afraid of anything during this camp, I could call him up and he'll help me try to find a truthful answer for it. Trust me, I went through a lot of things this camp. One of the hardest things this camp was the passing of my grandma. You know, she died during this camp, and you know, one of those days I said, I don't know what happened. I don't feel the same. And, you know, he really told me, he was like, you're grieving. And I was so focused that I just didn't understand why I wasn't moving. And he helped me, you know, try to, you know, uplift me, you know, bring me back. I also ended up getting a tattoo for no reason 2 weeks before the fight.
That was really scary.
It gets infected. And I'm like, oh, well, this sucks. But with the grace of God, I figured out a way to heal it quick.
Yeah. Well, Ryan's a perfectionist.
Yeah, and little things, you know, I had to go through. But Joe, I could rely on him to help me find any answer that I need to, and he's just a great coach, a great mentor, And I feel like I have 3 dads, 4 dads. You know, my whole camp has great men around me that just tell me the truth. So thank you, Joe, for everything you do. And yeah, man, it was good.
You're the best. You're the best.
Well, thank you, Ryan,
thank
so
you,
much
guys.
for your time.
Thank you.